I've been wanting to address this for a really long time, and I think now maybe it's finally safe to do it without someone chomping my head off. But yeah, AI output is worthless without human input, because when you feed AI output into AI output, some weird shit happens. Remember a while back where we had an AI trend on TikTok, and an AI would just keep iterating on your photos, but it always ended up with superheroes in space? That's because when you feed an AI's data into itself, you are basically feeding its own biases into itself. And yes, AIs do have biases, usually based on the databases that they're fed or the people who program them. That one AI kinda looked at everything as superheroes in space. Now, in one iteration, that bias is not going to be seen. It's very, very small. So if you fed it a picture of a person holding an apple, it would likely output another person holding another apple. But that new picture has a little bit of superheroes in space in it, according to that AI. So when you iterate again, and again, and again, and again, eventually every photo becomes a superhero in space. We're seeing it too with that AI expansion thing. People are like, start with your eye, and then let it zoom out several times. It always eventually zooms out into a dark city street. That's because that AI's biases are toward a dark city street. It kind of looks like every picture is inside a dark city street. And if you iterate any image enough, you get a dark city street. This is literally true of every AI. And we've known this without explicitly knowing it before, because this is kind of what we laughed at when we put things into Google Translate and then retranslated them back and then put them into Translate and retranslated them back until eventually they all ended up being the same gobbledygook. There gets to be a point where translating and retranslating in the same language doesn't produce any other results. So yeah, without human input, unique human input, AI becomes worthless real quick. So AI development does run into a dead end without people.